Okay, so I'm here with Dasha, and I'm just going to ask her a few questions about some of the things she does when she's fishing. You might want to pick up off of these techniques for you ladies out there watching this. If you're into fishing, she might have some tips for you. So I'm just welcoming her on to this fishing news report, and we're going to ask her about some of the lures and techniques she likes to use. So first question, Dasha. What kind of lures do you like to use for bass?
Well, actually for bass, I prefer live bait over artificial lures, such as minnows, night crawlers, and things that move on their own. But if I were to use a lure, a chartreuse jig is a favorite of mine.
That's nice. So all you folks at home, after this video, I would encourage you to look up chartreuse jig and check it out, see if it works. I mean, take her advice. She's pretty good about fishing. Next question. So, now, what have you caught pike on in the past?
In the past, I have used, actually live bait again, and plastic jigs. Accidentally, I caught a pretty massive pike on a tiny little chartreuse jig, once again.
Chartreuse jig, people, I'm telling you, this must work. And where were you when you caught these pike?
I was up north in Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Eagle River, Wisconsin. Chartreuse jig?
Massive pike.
Alright, next question. What inch and weight was the largest fish you've ever caught? Which I know from previous actions.
I would say it was about 26 inches. And as far as weight, I would have to get back to you on that, but 26-inch, not a fish story. You saw it for yourself, Mr. Cameron.
Yeah.
About yay big.
Alright, folks, so I'm going to encourage you to use the chartreuse jig again. I mean, it works really good. But next question for you. Last question. Is that your natural color?
No, it is not.
I'm just kidding. Alright, what specific brand of rod and reel do you like to use during your fishing adventures?
Honestly, I can't answer that question, but I do frequent the, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank.
South Bend, Abu Garcia.
Gander Mountain. That's what
Gander
I
Mountain.
Gander
you
Mountain,
like to shop there?
I like to shop.
Gander Mountain, Bass Pro Shops, both great outdoor stores. I prefer Bass Pro Shops, people, but as I've mentioned in my Muskie Tips and Tools video, that I love Bass Pro Shops. Great deals, and plus, the main reason, it's not that far from my house. But
convenient.
Thank you, Dasha, and we will be right back with one more guest.
Thank you, Cameron.
Okay, Brian Boncher, would you please take a seat? I see you've got your iPad. So here we have Brian Boncher. He's a fisherman in training. So what we're going to ask him is what he's learned so far. So can you answer that? What have me and Dasha here taught you in the field of fishing?
Well, I learned that it's good to have a bobber if you're going to have live bait so it doesn't sink all the way to the bottom.
Yes, that is a successful tip too. Live bait, I love to use a bobber. Some people don't. Some people like to just put a sinker on it and sink it to the bottom. But if you're casting, please, I advise you to use a bobber. It's just for your own good.
I learned you can also add a weight to the fishing line if you want to get a farther throw.
Weights in further casting, that works great. You got to put a weight on your fishing line if you want to cast really far. Now, one more thing that I'll advise you to do, if you're going to get weights, I don't remember the specific brand, but look in the flotation division section at Bass Pro Shops. Well, sorry, flotation division. Look it up in the dictionary. It's a word, don't worry. Anything else you'd like to share about what you've learned?
If you get a few bites, as soon as you feel a grab, to yank your pole really quick.
That's one thing we're going to work on. It's pretty close. But folks, if you're using live bait and you have a bobber, you want the bobber to go under for at least 3 seconds before you set the hook. So basically what he's saying is right, but I would advise you to wait till the bobber goes under for at least 2 or 3 seconds and then set your hook. Any more things you'd like to share?
That's all I can think of right now.
Alright. Like I said, he's in training. Got a couple more months or years on this guy and he'll be good to go. Gotta get him into the outdoors.
Absolutely.
So thank you, people, and have a nice time. This has been Cam's Fishing News Report number 2.